welcome to the Beauty Dish, and welcome to another edition of Lust vs. Must. So in everyone's favorite makeup series, Lust vs. Must, I'm going to talk about eyebrow powder today. I hinted in my last Lust vs. Must video, which was on volumizing mascara, that I just realized that I had another perfect set of products to do another Lust vs. Must video, and this is it. So, I'm going to talk about the Anastasia brow powder right here. Both of these are brow powder duos, and in Anastasia I have the color medium brown, and the NYX eyebrow cake powder, and it's a little kit. Here, I'll show it to you in its cover, but what it has in there are two colors, two brow powder colors, just like the Anastasia, as well as a little brow wax and these cute little mini tools, the little spoolie and the little slanted brush. So the NYX powder duo is regular price $5.99 at Ulta, which of course, as usual, it's on sale, BOGO 50 this week as I'm like looking at my computer right now. And the Anastasia is $23 at Sephora. So there you go. Now, with Lust vs. Must, backtracking just a bit, if you are new to this series, I compare two products, two very similar products that kind of look the same or act the same or are meant for the same purpose or produce a similar effect when used on your face. One of them I consider lust-worthy because it's high-end, it's expensive, and the other I consider a must because it performs just as well or better as the high-end, and it is cheap and cheerful, just like the NYX brow powder. Okay, so let me start talking about the Anastasia. This will be brief. I mean, this is brow powder, so I'm not going to keep you here all day. But the Anastasia, back to the website, back to Sephora, contains 0.03 ounces of product. That's what it says on the website. On the back of the one I have, it says it contains 0.05 ounces. So I feel like they redid this product. I got mine, I think, a good year ago, so I'm wondering if they made this product smaller. If you know, go ahead and chime in the comments. I'm curious to know, but according to Sephora, it's 0.03 ounces, although what I have in front of me is 0.05. Anyway, comparing that to the NYX is 0.09 ounces, so you do get more product in here, but I guess that probably counts the brow wax. Who knows? They're fairly close, but it seems like you get more from the NYX, and of course you get the little tools as well. But back to Anastasia. So, definitely lust-worthy, right? I mean, Anastasia made her name as, you know, the queen of brows. She's the brow expert, and, you know, I've used her Brow Wiz, I've used this, and when I go and I buy her products, I think, okay, I'm getting the ultimate brow product. I'm going to the brow expert. I mean, these should be the best. These should work the best. They should be worth the high-end price. And what I found about the brow powder is that it's definitely not worth the high-end price. So here's why. It's a brow powder and it works. I'm going to show you a quick little demo. I'll do this one on one eye and this one on the other eye. I use this quite a lot, and I mean, I didn't make much of a dent. I mean, if you can see that, but what you can also see, I hope, maybe, is that the powder kind of got cakey. Like there's these kind of darker lines running through it, and that's just it kind of getting a little nasty and cakey, and that happened fairly quickly, and I didn't particularly like that, and I kind of stopped using it, tried some other products. One product that I have used a lot that I've talked about is the Tarte Brow Mousse, and I still like that a lot. But what I've always really wanted was to have a powder that was easy to use, that lasted all day, and that I could work with, you know, more quickly and give myself a more natural look than I could with the Tarte Brow Mousse. So that's why I have the Anastasia. And another thing about the Anastasia that kind of turned me off, and I realized after I got it, is that I really only wanted to use the darker color. Now, I said this color is medium brown, and they have several colors. They have a darker one that I'm sure I could get, but the brown color was good on me, the darker one. The lighter one was just kind of useless. Like, it didn't really show up on my face. You know, I have darker skin, olive skin, and it was kind of like half of the product wasn't really usable to me. So if you're going to get this, you want to make sure that you can use both colors. The other thing is that, you know, it stayed on. I don't do a lot of stuff where I'm sweating a lot, I don't have oily skin, and so it would stay on. But if I, like, you know, deliberately, you know, wiped my brow or something, or, you know, rubbed against my face, it would kind of rub away, especially, you know, on the little tail area. So, I mean, there was nothing phenomenal about the actual powder itself. It didn't strike me as being a heavier, thicker powder that I perceive brow powders should be. It felt very eyeshadow-like, and I felt like I would have to really get in there with my brush to pick up enough to apply it, you know, evenly to my brows. So that was my experience with the Anastasia. I was not thrilled. I didn't finish it, I moved on to other products, and when I kind of came back around and decided I wanted to have a powder to use, I got the NYX, and I like it a lot better. I think they're better. I think they work better. I think they have that kind of thicker, firmer texture to them. They're more packed, I guess. They feel more like a brow product than like just an eyeshadow. And as you can see, I have the color dark brown, and the two colors are kind of closer in tone. One is just more cool, this one, and this one over here is warm. And I can use either one of them alone, or I can combine them. You know, it's up to me, so I can use both of those. Now, one thing I don't use is the brow wax, because I just don't need it. I don't have unruly hairs. I hardly have any hairs. But I do use the little tools. Like, I took this away for the weekend, and I didn't have to bring my usual brush, which is kind of an annoying thing to have to pack, and these are right there. And the little angled brush wasn't ideal. It's kind of a little bit fat for me, but I think a lot of people would find it totally adequate, and for a weekend, for traveling, it was completely fine. It was more than fine. So I was really happy with the NYX, and in this case, in this less versus must, I think that the cheap $6 product performed better and gives you more than the Anastasia, which is supposed to be, you know, the best. And I gotta say, you can definitely save some cash if you're just looking for a solid brow powder that works, that's natural, that's easy to use. And the other thing with the NYX is that I've had this now for, I think, a good 6 weeks, and there are no little kind of those hard, crusty lines that I had in my Anastasia, which came up pretty quickly. Now, I mean, who knows what will happen as time goes on, but I don't see any issues with it. When it comes to brow powder, the high-end ones might not really be worth it. I mean, maybe there is a high-end brow powder out there that is amazing, but I haven't really heard about it. Like, if I had this and I absolutely had to finish it, I could, but I definitely enjoy using the NYX more, primarily because of the texture of the powder, and I love knowing that it cost me $6. So if you're looking for brow powder, look no further, go to Ulta and get the NYX. So that's it for my latest Less versus Must. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.